Hello and welcome to the local Lafourche. My name is Cody Gray, President and CEO of Louisiana's Cajun Bayou Tourism, the Tourist Commission for Lafourche Parish. And we're excited to have you join us today on our third episode of the local Lafourche, where each month we'll take you up and down our beautiful bayou to show you more of the exciting and unique things that are happening in your own backyard. Well, the holiday season is officially over for the rest of the country, but things are just kicking into high gear here in Louisiana. It is the start of the carnival season. And this year, we will have 14 parades rolling from Thibodaux all the way down to Golden Meadow to celebrate the Mardi Gras season in a big, big way. So this month's episode features ways that you and your families can experience Mardi Gras up and down our bayou. And let's just go ahead and get started with our first segment then. Joining me today is Ms. Felicia Pierce with Bayou Beads and Throws to tell us more about their brand new store that just opened in Thibodaux that's there to service all of the Mardi Gras needs for our region. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. So tell us a little bit about, I know it just opened. Y'all are getting ready to have your big ribbon cutting. Tell us why this store came to be and what are the plans for it?
So initially, I was a shipping and printing store, and I would have seasonal things in the store. I also had a lot of Louisiana type merchandise in the store because people would come in and they would always want to ship Louisiana type stuff to their family and friends who no longer were here in Louisiana. So it got me thinking, and I said, you know what? I said they don't have a Mardi Gras store here in Lafourche Parish or in the Thibodaux area. So about 7 months ago, I started just kind of thinking about the idea, and I just kind of rolled with it from there. It was a short notice. It was just something that was impromptu. It was a need for the area.
Absolutely.
And I felt as though if I could pull it around and get it going for this season, I would make it happen. And I was able to do that.
Wonderful.
So when you walk into Ship and Go, the first part that you see is still the shipping and the printing, which is going to stay there. And then as you make your way through the store, you enter Bayou Beads and Throws.
Okay.
When you enter Bayou Beads and Throws, you're going to see inside the store, I have several different types of throws. I have everything from just a couple of plush toys this year, which I know already I want to expand on for next year.
Absolutely.
And I also have a lot of specialty beads. The more people are coming into the shop and talking to me, I feel as though that's more of a need than just a little
Agree.
just a little throw beads.
Yep.
And so I'm learning the process. And as I learn the process, I'm going to go ahead and make the changes and the adjustments that I need in order to meet the needs of all my crew riders.
Absolutely. No, and you bring up a great point. This area doesn't have, those types of stores. And I know that we are always promoting for people to shop local.
Right.
And of course, even with visitors, they're always looking for unique Louisiana items that they're able to take back with them. And so it's great to be able to see this store opening up in Thibodaux, being able to service Mardi Gras and also those unique Louisiana items that people can experience and take back with them whenever they go back home. So tell us a little bit about, I think you have a ribbon cutting coming up.
I do.
Okay.
I have a ribbon cutting coming up. It'll be this Thursday at 11 o'clock.
Okay.
Ribbon cutting, open house. Please join us. Come by, see what we have to offer. Looking forward to having input from the public into things that they would like to see that I could offer, in the future.
Good.
My crew nights, I've had one crew come in so far. They really enjoyed it. The store is small, however, it makes it personable.
That's right.
It makes it very personable. So we were able to talk to the riders. We was able to feel out what they was looking for. They was able to fill out an order form at that point, and then we just gathered their throws, and they could pick it up at their convenience.
Wonderful. And I was going to say, tell us a little bit about those crew nights, because I think that's something that's really unique that you all offer for crews to be able to come in. So if a crew is interested in doing that, how could they set that up?
Simply, all they need to do is call the phone number. I'm still using Ship and Go's phone number,
Okay.
And I can make that available. You could catch me on Instagram and or Facebook.
Okay.
If anybody knows me, you could just go ahead and message me.
Beautiful.
And I'll be happy to set something up. I know that it's hard, especially for working parents. And the working parents are the ones that actually need to have fun.
That's right.
So
That's right.
I like to give them the opportunity to come in the afternoon, Saturday or Sunday, whenever it's convenient for them, and to do their shopping.
Wonderful. Yeah, I was going to say, tell us a little bit about your operations. You mentioned your social media, how people can, and then tell us what is the phone number that people can reach you at there?
985 446 5505.
Wonderful. And then also, before we end the segment, not just the throws, but I think y'all have some really unique decor items as well.
Yes, we do have some decor items, which I found out a lot of people's looking for in this area.
It is. I mean,
I already had to replace some items that were sold out, and people are looking for different things.
that's right.
Different things.
That's right.
So I already have a list started for next season that I know that I need to go out and I need to find, so that way when my customers come in, they could see exactly what they're requesting.
Well,
Gonna be there.
That is wonderful. I know that is a much needed thing in this area. And of course, we encourage people to come out Thursday to the ribbon cutting, check out Ship and Go, check out Bayou Beads and Throws.
Yes,
Be
sir.
sure to visit y'all's website, your social media channels. Thank you so much for being here today. And happy Mardi Gras.
Thank you. Happy Mardi Gras to you too.
Absolutely.
Thanks for having me today.
Thank you. And we'll be right back with more of the local Lafourche.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by South Louisiana Bank. It's better when we bank together. Waits and Downer, attorneys at law. Terrebonne Ford, built Ford tough.
Welcome back to the local Lafourche. On our second segment today, we are featuring a new event that had their inaugural year last year in Thibodaux, but has coming back this year in a big way to welcome more residents and more visitors to experience our very unique Mardi Gras culture here on the Bayou. Joining me today is Miss Deanna Lafont and Mr. Channing Parfait with the Lafourche Education Foundation, which puts on the Bayou King Cake Festival. Thank y'all for being here.
Well, thank you so much for having us.
Thank you for having us.
Absolutely. So last year blew it out of the water. Like if you haven't seen the photos, for the people watching, you need to go check them out because the crowds were incredible. It was a beautiful day and it really kicked off Mardi Gras in a big way for Lafourche Parish. And so this year it's coming back as the official kickoff. And so tell us what people can expect at this year's Bayou King Cake Festival.
So, as you said, we were blown away last year. It was an amazing event, especially for our first year event. The weather was beautiful. There were people as far as I could see sampling king cakes. So this year, we are a little better prepared. We sold lots of tickets really quickly at the end last year. So this year we have an expanded footprint. We have pre-ticket pickups. So one of the challenges we had last year was it was a little hard to get in the gates. So we will have 3 locations that you will be able to go and pick up your entry bracelet and your voting ticket prior to the festival. That way, when you roll up to the gate, if you have your bracelet on, you can just show your bracelet and walk on in.
Right on in. Oh, perfect.
So I think you have the details on where those were. I'm going to let you read them because I am not trusting myself.
No, absolutely. So the ticket pickups, I believe we said, are January 24th, 25th, and 26th from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. Is that correct?
Correct.
And then what are the locations? I know one of the locations is at the Louisiana's Cajun Bayou Visitor Center in Raceland.
It's our central Lafourche location. Our North Lafourche location is at the Lafourche Parish School Board office.
Okay.
And then the South Lafourche location will be at Galliano Elementary.
All right, perfect. And people can go and pick up their tickets there on January 24th, 25th, 26th, anytime between 2 and 6 p.m.
And we highly recommend this.
No, I think that's a great addition. And I know also, speaking of additions, you're expanding and you moved it this year. It's still in downtown Thibodaux, but where's the new kind of location? What's that layout look like there?
So the best way that I can describe it is, because I don't know street names, the street that passes in front of the courthouse is the main street,
Yes.
the middle of the festival.
Okay.
So our king cake vendors will be set up on LA1.
Okay.
We'll have 3 entry points. One will be on LA1 kind of by the Circle K. One will be on LA1 by Jackson, and one is on, oh look, there's the map. So
Monroe
that's our footprint.
Perfect.
So we've really almost tripled the festival area from what we had last year. There's a lot of space. One of the things that we're really excited about, our royalty, our typical royalty, is going to ride a boat from the Jean Lafitte Center
Oh,
down
wonderful.
to the new boat pier in Thibodeau, and
Yes.
they are going to get out and they are going to second line down to the main stage, and Mayor Clément is going to toast the beginning of the carnival season with all of the Thibodeau royalty. So this was something that got added kind of late last year, and it's the first time that anyone can remember that all of the royalty of all of the Thibodeau crews was ever in one place at one time.
That's amazing. And now they're arriving by boat.
Now they're coming on a boat, so
That's
we're
awesome.
tying in, the bayou, and
Okay.
we're super excited about that part too.
Love it.
So
Love
we
it.
have 40 vendors confirmed right now.
I was just about to ask, though. I know last year, I think you had, 25 or so vendors
Yes.
last year? You're already up to 40 this. That's incredible.
We're at 40. We extended not only the footprint, but the time of the festival. So we have 2 bands that are playing. We and Mrs. Jones is going to kick off. And then later in the evening or later in the afternoon, we'll have sold out. So our festival is running from 7 to 5.
Oh, wonderful. Well, that's a beautiful day on the bayou, sampling all kinds of king cakes. I know there's like some sweet, some savory. And I know there's also kids' activities that are going on there as well. So I think there's a children's parade, there's a kids' corner. Tell us a little bit about those features of the festival.
So our children's parade starts at 10 a.m.
Okay.
You can register in advance or you can register the day of.
Okay.
It's a children's wagon parade. We also partner with the Bayou Country Children's Museum to host Coco's Kids Corner. So that will be an entire street of the festival where kids will have different activities. There will be a kids stage for kids performances. I think it really ties nicely with our mission with the Lafourche Education Foundation. And we're excited to bring back other pieces from last year, like our coloring contest that will be participated by with the kids in every Lafourche Parish school.
I love that.
So
Love it. Yeah, I know. I was going to say, because a lot of people don't realize the driving force behind the Bayou King Cake Festival is the Lafourche Education Foundation, and what the proceeds of this festival go back to benefit here in our parish and our region. So that's amazing to have that incorporated into the event.
And really, the festival is allowing us to do some cool things for our teacher. We rolled out a new teacher grant program, so we've given almost 50 of those since the festival 2 years ago. We have an innovation education grant that we're about to roll out, and our Dilute Partner Imagination Library is about to get a reboot.
Oh my gosh,
So
wonderful.
lots of good things coming from the festival.
All right. So to wrap things up, where can people go and buy tickets to this year's event?
Everything can be found on our website, BayouKingCakeFest.net. You can purchase your tickets. You can find out information about everything. We still have sponsorships available if anyone is interested in that. The timeline's getting kind of tight to get your logo out there, but
Sure.
it's all up there.
And then also, well, I have to mention it before we run, these incredible shirts that you see here. I know in our last segment, we just had Bayou Beads and Throws, which, I mean, here we are, a great advertisement for them. I know. So tell us a little bit about, you're going to have merchandise there as well. People can purchase it?
yes, you can pick up all of our official merchandise
Yep.
at Ship and Go, which is also the host of Bayou Beads and Throws.
And we'll be
Awesome.
selling at the event too.
Beautiful. All right. Well, thank you all so much for being here.
Thanks.
Thank you.
All right. And we'll be right back with our final segment of the Local Lafourche.
Today's social media segment is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health Systems, modern technology, and timeless caring. Rouse's, you're either local or you're not. Buick, the craft of modern luxury. St. Martin and Bork, know your rights.
Welcome back. For our last segment today, we are featuring a bakery that really embodies the resiliency of our area, but is also one of the top locations in our area to get some amazing baked goods. But if you haven't had their king cake, you are absolutely missing out. Joining me today is Miss Gwen Terrio, the owner of Duay's Bakery in Golden Meadow, correct?
Actually, it's Galliano.
Galliano, I was going to say. Well, thanks for being here. We appreciate you being here and for also bringing some of these delicious king cakes with you today to talk a little bit about.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So, Duay's Bakery, I know, is a staple of South Lafourche and is really well known in this area. But tell us a little bit about your amazing story there.
Well, we're almost at 30 years now. We started out, my husband Bert and I, when we started, we had one driver that delivered for us.
Okay.
Now we're up to 18.
Wow.
We have not only the bakery part of the business, but we have a bread part of the business as well.
Okay.
Which we do resell. We do wholesale and retail. We make about 1,200 to 1,500 pounds of dough a day for bread.
Ooh.
We deliver from Houma, Raceland, the Zalmans, Morgan City, all over the place.
That's amazing. I was going to say it's like 95% of the restaurants, and I think 99% of the Cajun Bayou Food Trail restaurants all use your bread.
They do. They do. About 99% of that food trail is all of our restaurants.
That's incredible.
I guess the best way to describe, and so you can picture, like if you were to take our po' boys
Yes.
and line them up on the side of the road, you could drive all the way to Mississippi, all the way back, and still have enough bread left over to drive home.
That is amazing. I mean, who would have ever thought? Because, I mean, we were talking a little bit before the show. I mean, you are still a mom and pop operation.
We are. Look, our king cake business, it's me and it's a young lady. Well, she's older now, but she's worked on and off for me since high school.
Wow.
And there are some days, poor darling, she gets into work and she starts making, because our king cakes are still made from scratch.
Yes.
No mix, no frozen, no nothing. Flour and sugar is what we start with. And we each have our little wooden rolling pins, and we sit down and we roll them out into a rectangle. And you put your filling and stuff in it, and then you roll it into a log.
Oh, man.
Then you got to twist it and attach the two ends. But poor Nikki, like I said,
That is a long day.
That's a long day
Yeah.
that she's stuck at that table just doing king cakes.
Oh.
Fortunate for me that there are other things that only I can do, so I get a break here and there. But her poor baby, she's just stuck at that table. I just can't leave the table.
How many king cakes do y'all think you produce during a season?
We actually produce a lot. I know through the front door orders, I can do 50 or 60 a day.
Wow.
Some days. That's not including if my husband or anybody else has to deliver them somewhere. But that's what leaves through our front door. So I know just in orders alone is about 1,200. Wow. And like I said, that's still me and Nikki rolling out every single one of them
it's
ourselves.
still a very small, I mean, these numbers are something that you would think to hear from a much larger bakery. I mean, you are still just, I mean, again, a local mom and pop shop and a
Yeah.
small operation, which is what makes Duay so unique. And honestly, you can tell from all the baked goods, I have tried quite a few things from there, and everything I've always had is great, but you can really tell that it's made with love, and you put your passion and your heart into what you do, and everybody who works there does. And I think that's what really makes the difference. And it's also, you know, one of the reasons why visitors and residents all love to go there. It is such a unique storefront that you don't see everywhere in America anymore.
And it's true because a lot of people stop. And look, we're not on the main strip. We're not on that big highway in the back. You know, our bakery runs right there on the side of the bayou.
That's right.
And people will actually get off the highway, come around, and actually come and see us
I believe it.
before they head down further to Grand Isle and everywhere else that they're going. And we are so fortunate that we have such a wonderful community.
Absolutely.
They have supported us, especially after the storm.
Yep.
You know, we were closed, we were shut down for so long, and they all came back to us. The community really came back and supported us.
The people of Lafourche, Terrebonne, this whole region really, but the people is what we always tell visitors is what really makes the difference. From going into a restaurant to eat where you meet the owners, you go to a festival, you now have 5 new friends you didn't have when you arrived. I mean, the people here is what really, truly sets us apart. Y'all are very much a part of that, and we greatly appreciate what y'all do for our community. So tell us a little bit about these incredible king cakes that you brought here today. I know one of them is a very unique flavor that I've not seen yet. So tell us a little bit about what you brought.
Well, what I brought was a pistachio one. And I can be honest with you, last year's the first time we did pistachio. And king cake season was over, technically over.
Right.
And they were still ordering them. And like I said, my poor Nikki, she's like, Miss Gwen, when are we going to stop making these pistachio king cakes? And I had to be very honest with her, with maybe my hand like this.
Oh, no.
I'm like, when they stop ordering them, So we actually kept that one a bit longer last year, almost
Okay.
like 3 weeks after king cake season was over, because they just kept calling for them.
That's a very unique flavor that I've not yet to see. And then what's the larger one that you
The
have here as
larger
well?
one is we haven't yet met a flavor that we didn't want to try. So a lot of people call us for strange stuff that end up being really good. But this one right here is half of it's blueberry cream cheese, and then we have part of it that's Bavarian. Then we have some that's lemon, and then some that's strawberry.
Oh my gosh, incredible. So now I know that you do not ship. Obviously, you do enough business to not have to do shipping. But if people are interested in your king cakes or wanting to order one or any of the incredible baked goods that you have there, I know you're also known for your brownies as well. I can say from personal experience, they are amazing. How can people purchase a king cake, order a king cake from you?
All they have to do if they want a king cake, a party tray, or anything else that we have in the shop, all they have to do is give us a call.
Beautiful.
And
phone number?
Our phone number is 985 632 6954.
Awesome. And what's your address?
It's 18134 West Main Street in Galliano, Louisiana.
Wonderful.
And we're open Monday through Friday. We open at dawn at 5:30. I'm there much before even the lights are on anywhere. And then we close at 5:30 in the afternoon.
Awesome. Well, Miss Gwen, thank you so much for being here, for sharing your story, for bringing these incredible king cakes. Have a very happy Mardi Gras.
Thank you, and thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And that's a wrap for today's show. But before we go, for the official 2024 Mardi Gras schedule for Lafourche Parish, you can visit our website at lacajunbayou.com or follow along on any of our social media channels on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, or TikTok for all of the latest happenings, updates, parade schedules, you name it. You can find it on our website or on our social media. From all of us at Louisiana's Cajun Bayou Tourism, have a very happy and safe Mardi Gras.